everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is Dave Juska, and I'm here with Mike Suarez, as usual, every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, bringing you, well, I was going to say the best in comedy, but I don't know if I can say, with this show, but the Comedy Cellar definitely has the best in comedy. As a matter of fact, if you were in town this evening where the Comedy Cellar resides in the West Village on McDougal Street, you could see the roast of Judy Gold. As far as I know, it is open to the public. It is at the Fat Black Pussycat, and I know Rich Voss is doing it, and Colin Quinn, and that is the kind of fun and enjoyment you can see at the Comedy Cellar every day, let alone our shows in Las Vegas, where I believe our friend from last week, or our friend all the time, Nick Griffin, will be performing in 2 weeks. But yes, that is our show for today. I hope everybody had a lovely week. I don't have any guests today. I don't know what happened. I didn't ask anybody to come on. It's my fault. I think I'm just confused. I don't know. I guess ever since that last week, Mike, that week with Dino, I don't know what happened. I got lost. Like, it's not like I don't want to ask. We had Nick on last week and everything, but I don't know what's the matter. I keep thinking it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and nobody will be around. I'm getting confused, because next week is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and that's always fun, and everybody travels. I assume you'll be home.
I will be in Texas at that point, correct?
Yeah, do you what do you do for Thanksgiving?
I go to my mom's place.
Yeah.
My mom, my brother, and my sister. Right, what's up, Dave?
We can't.
What do you do, Dave?
Well, that's the thing. Hello, Angela. We can't, we hate it. Growing up, we just had the worst Thanksgivings ever. They were, they just sucked, and our parents sucked, and the people they invited sucked. And when we would hear about other people's Thanksgiving, it seemed like so much more fun. We just invited the worst people, and it was so boring. My dad was a horrible cook, and we only know that now because my brother-in-law is an unbelievable cook. And so I go to my sister's now, but for years I was just kind of hanging out at home and not really doing anything. I'd tried different things. 1 year, well, you know what? I'll talk about that next week.
Okay.
I'll talk about when I went to the Letterman show for Thanksgiving one week. I probably told it before, and I definitely told it on my podcast. That was interesting because I was just looking for things to do. And hi, Marcy. Hi, Anonymous. Oh, thank you, Marcy. Oh, Marcy, are you sure you're married? Because I really think we should just be going out. You're such a doll. So, yeah, there's a nice winds in Arizona. Yes. Angela, you ought to be ashamed of yourself living out there now that we know there's a lot of nonsense going out there. But I guess it all worked out. A lot of crazies out there. But I guess things worked out, depending on who you work for. I don't know whether you guys heard Bud Friedman died. Mike, did you know who that was?
Yeah. You would always host the Evening at the Improv for a while.
Yeah, right. With the monocle, the Colonel Klink monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Oh, you do like it better? Well, my podcast has no guests anymore, guys. I stopped doing that because I heard people prefer no guests. So this is where I usually put guests. The weird part is I'm coming up on my 400th. David Feldman. That's the funny papers. Feldman, I can't believe you're watching. I can't get enough of that. He can read the funny papers. He's smarter than me. He reads the funny papers already. Reads the funny papers. If you get that you're going to be assassinated. I like when he goes back to business after the funny papers thing. Anyway, David, it's nice to hear from you. I haven't seen you in a long time, and I saw your the guy that used to produce your podcast, Alex. We went to see Billy Joel together a couple of weeks ago. It was nice to see him. I wish he still had that studio. Oh, please, Marcy, don't even get me started. I think
playing games the way Anonymous plays games with me.
What'd you say?
I said she's playing games the way Anonymous plays games with me.
Yeah, no, I don't think Marcy is. Marcy's cool. Really, not that Anonymous isn't cool. We just don't know about her or anything or what her story is. So I don't like that. I like, she doesn't even have a picture of the thing. I like people that are out there. They got a little picture. A lot of times, there are people I have, if they don't have if they don't have a picture, I get nervous. You know what I mean, Mike?
Oh, I don't. But
well, I always think what are they hiding? Not the picture part, but it's just like it seems like the whole. I don't know. I guess I'm talking about one particular person, and
Oh,
otherwise everybody's really great. So
gotcha.
try not to be rude.
No,
Anyway,
I just figure Anonymous is a secret agent of some kind and can't show her
yeah,
face.
right. It definitely seems like that. It seems like she has money. She lives in the city. She goes to concerts and sporting events all the time. So, but somebody calls themselves anonymous, you have to be like, what's she hiding? So, but that's the beauty about Marcy. She lets us in her kitchen. We send each other stuff. We really love each other. I really love her a lot. I'm so glad I'm lucky enough to have found her. Anyway, what I was talking about is I'm coming up on my 400th podcast, all in all, from when it first started. Maybe it's 8 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I started with a gambling show. Of course, it was a half gambling, half TV. It was called The Spread. I started at Stand Up New York, and then I changed it to The Night Fly, and then I changed it to Just Get Out in the City. And I'm coming up on the 400th podcast. You want to do something special, but the fact of the matter is, thank you, Marcy. Jessica's a household name in my world. Yes, you got that right. You want to do something special, but yet I like not having guests too, and I like talking. And plus I got plenty to say this week. You hear Just Get Out in the City. I went to well, I can't propose Angela. She's married. She just got remarried. I might. But I went to the Yankee Stadium this week to see my college play another college, and there's so many stories. I tried to jump a turnstiles, and I got into a fight on the subway. It was very exciting, very entertaining, and day drinking is not my friend anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But so what was I saying? So yeah, so I don't know. I just like talking, obviously, and I don't know. I got to do something. I don't even know much about stand-up comedy. Oh, that's nice. Well, we love you, Anonymous.
Yeah, you're great.
So anyway, Mike, I was saying, so Bud Friedman he invented the improv, and then unfortunately he got divorced, and he had one in LA and one in New York, and he got divorced, and his wife won the one in New York, and then ruined that one.
Yeah.
But he was an interesting guy. I don't, I think he was a little different, but he was very nice to me because I'm very, very close with his daughter, who's Zoe,
Oh wow.
who used to actually work on the Letterman show. But I knew her way before that from the improv in the 80s. Me and Attell met her many years ago, and what a delight she is, Zoe Friedman. And I've known her for, I don't know, 30 years, maybe 30 plus years. She's great. She started getting a job at comedy. I remember when she got the job on the Letterman show to book comedians, everyone in comedy was thrilled because they knew she really knew about comedy, where she came from with her father and working at the improv. She knew comedy. So everyone was pleased that she took over booking the Letterman show. And then she worked at Comedy Central. We worked on the Gong Show together and stuff like that. So I mean, I've known her for years, and I like her a lot. So I felt bad about her dad dying, but she hooked me up once back in the 80s, and he called me up and he goes, "Are you the young man my daughter says is funny?" And he put me on the show, and it was really exciting. And I met him a couple times, and because he was a TV star in a way. It's like, I told you guys. I told you guys last week that I was hanging out with Larry from Three's Company, Richard Klein. And, I mean, to me, that's the greatest person you could ever hang out with. He's a huge star up here, even though he hasn't been on TV in 40 years. But anybody my age was excited. Like, you went to dinner with Larry from Three's? I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal. But it was great. And he's great. And that's the thing about Bud Friedman is I'm like, wow, he was a TV star because he had this show called Evening at the Improv, which a lot of our friends were on. I wasn't on that one. I was on Caroline's Comedy Hour, but he kind of invented the television comedy special. It's actually a lot of his fault that there's too many comics, because then people, I think, saw it on TV. But they do make fun of it on The Simpsons, which is amazing. They're like, I'll just watch Evening at the Improv. They don't talk about anything that's not from the 80s. Do you remember that episode? I think that was I think Homer's watching. He doesn't want to see. Maybe that's the one where he got like Me Too'd early on, like an O.J. Simpson thing or something, and he was like watching Evening at the Improv, and it was a black guy. He goes, "Now white guys drive like this, do 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 do, and black guys drive." And Homer's like, "That's so true." But it was Evening at the Improv. It was great. Jenny Cohn Sanchez, what a pleasure! How lovely to have you back. Oh, my goodness. I can't tell you how happy everybody is. Everybody was worried. Where is Jenny Cohn Sanchez? What is she doing? Lovely to have you back. Hello, Cammie. Happy early birthday again. You've told me your father is doing better. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, that's so funny. I saw Todd Barry last night, Cammie. I saw him last night. And that's right. He told me he was going to Florida. That's right. Yeah. If you need to get into that show, let me know. Because well, he's the worst, but I'm sure he'll hook it up. But it was nice to see him. I hadn't seen him in a long time. Actually, I asked him if he wanted to go to dinner tomorrow because he's a very interesting dinner guest. It doesn't make any sense that he would be a good dinner guest, but he is. And again, when you've known somebody for so long, all these people, these comics, and now and now they're all kind of dying. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Well, I don't know. Someday you have to tell me why you were mad at me. I really will never know. And then how can I fix things if you don't let me know what happened? I've had friends for a long time that clearly let me know when I've done something horribly wrong. And so I can kind of fix things. But Catalina back. She said she was going to be a little late because Catalina was at the gym today. Very exciting. Anyway, let's get also, remember with Bud Freeman, Mike, you saw Gallagher died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fruit yeah, that's safe. Right. It's the Jack Pessin was my first co-host, and he turned out to be kind of a complete prick.
Hey.
Actually, I could probably tell you all the story another time. But anyway, what were you saying, Mike?
So now Fruit is safe, but
now Fruit is safe. I'm sorry. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So get this, right? So Gallagher, I'm at the Comedy Store just before COVID with Jeff, and we're just in the park, hanging out outside because Jesus Christ, it's such a different vibe out there, like everybody just hangs out outside because it's perfect weather all the time. So you can hang outside the Comedy Store and just hang out. So Gallagher comes by with his kid. Okay. I didn't even recognize him because he looked older.
Oh,
comes by with his kid. What?
I'd like he didn't have the hat.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have the hat. So I didn't recognize him. But Jeff knew who he was right away. So he comes over and he's just talking. So it's me, Gallagher, his son, and Jeff. That's it. And Jeff goes to Gallagher. Who's this? Gallagher 3? No laughs. Guy doesn't laugh. He can get the joke. He's a fucking prick about it. Good riddance. Like, seriously, what the fuck? How is that not hilarious? I couldn't stop laughing. Gallagher 3? You get it.
Yeah, Gallagher 2 was his brother, right?
I think so. Or nobody's really sure exactly what the story is. But folks, if you don't know Gallagher, of course you know Gallagher. He smashed a watermelon with his sledgehammer all the time. That was his act. And believe me, as stupid as that sounds, he made a fortune and he was popular. I mean, Jesus Christ. I remember, Mike, on the Facts of Life, them going to a Gallagher show and they bought the ponchos and stuff. And oh my God, he was so popular, and it's embarrassing that he was popular. But then he sold his act to either his brother or somebody he pretended was his brother, and he was called Gallagher 2. He was a bald guy who did the same act. He either sold it to him or he just gave it to him. I heard he sold it to him, and I don't know whether that was actually his brother or not. But
I believe it was. I think it was Ron Gallagher.
Ron Gallagher. Well, maybe it's like the Ramones, where they just called everybody a Ramone, but they actually weren't brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it started out with 2 of them brothers or 3 of them, but they called everybody was Johnny Ramone, Dee Dee Ramone, Marky Ramone. I don't actually know who Joey Ramone's actual brother is, and maybe none of them were brothers, and they just called everybody the Ramones. So maybe it was like that. I don't know. Yeah. But again,
Ron Gallagher was his real brother.
Okay, so again, how you don't get the Roastmaster General calling your son Gallagher 3, you are an asshole. You are Chevy Chase, who used to be the funniest person ever, and now you suck.
He does stink.
I was talking to this girl at work, and we've decided that over Thanksgiving we're going to watch the new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie on Netflix and then discuss it. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. And that being said, today in the news, what did Aunt Judy say? Oh, what's the matter, Aunt Judy? Oh, well, you'll tell me later. Oh no! Oh, already had my jack. Well, it can't be that bad. Anyway, I mean, she is my aunt. I need to know what's happening over there. But this woman, hello. Well, Cammy, I think maybe 2 of them were, and then the rest of them they just got band members and just called. Everybody became a Ramone. Yeah, they were the best. I saw them 4 times in concert, and it doesn't fit my personality, but I really, really liked them. Maybe because they were, Joey was funny. Let alone that movie Rock and Roll High School. When I was in high school, totally spoke to me. So that was the best. And their just songs were so awesome for me. I mean, if you ever listen to the Billy Joel podcast, I like just melodies. And so if you're just playing something hard and it's a little melodic, I just don't care about anything else. I don't care about the lyrics. I don't care about anything. And those guys seem to just like the Rolling Stones, just kind of make these melodies that just, yeah, exactly, Angela. It doesn't scream Ramones, but I used to go all the time, go in the mosh pit, hang out, slam dance.
Dave slam dancing. That sounds awesome.
I know, and I pretty much did it Saturday at Yankee Stadium. It was really fun. I got really loaded. It was awesome. I mean, you got to see. There's this bar at Yankee Stadium, which I guess people go to the Yankee games, and it's called the Dugout, which is a dugout. We had a dugout bar where we went to school, so we're like, we got to go there. It's huge because it looks small and it goes into the back. And by 10 a.m., it was like jamming. It was like so many people and like music, and it was 10 a.m. I was already hammered by 10:30. It was great. Anyway, this Hillary Burton called out Candace Cameron, who's just one of those crazy Christian people or something. She's we're always going to like her because she was in Full House. She grew up hot, but her Hallmark movies I don't like because she uses this guy that was on the Fuller House show and I can't stand him. So anyway, she moved. She got into a fight with the Hallmark channel and moved to this other channel. And this woman called her a bigot because she wants to be at a channel. Cammy, if you're asking who, I'm talking about the girl who played DJ Tanner on Full House. And she, like her brother, Kirk Cameron, is a crazy, church nut. She felt that, all right, I'll do Sterling Hayden in a minute, Dave. It's so funny you should say because I had it in my mind today to do anyway. Well, I'll just tell you now, her and her whole fucking family. But she went to the GAC network, which is like the Great American Country Family Network, because she didn't want to do anything. She doesn't care for straight. It's got to be straight marriage, She doesn't want to know about any other marriage. It's not right or whatever. So yeah, he's a church nut. She's a church nut. So she moved. Like the Hallmark Channel was too progressive for her.
Yeah,
and that's when somebody's and their whole fucking family is a piece of that. I'll go do the Sterling Hayden now. Wait, no, yeah, Sterling Hayden is. Wait. Sterling Hayden. Which am I missing? Sterling Hayden is the cop. Okay, let me do that. I thought I had all you young punks locked up. Wait, I can do better. You gotta go. How's the Italian food in this place? Am I doing the right guy? I got him and the senator from Godfather 2 mixed up. I think I got the right one. Yeah, she's Kirk Cameron's sister, and Kirk and DJ Tanner from Full House.
Who's Hillary? No one knows who Hillary is.
Hillary Burton is on like a finance channel or something. Sorry, I didn't know who she was either. And but she I don't know. She just called her out today and called her a bigot.
She was a former MTV VJ as well, and she was on One Tree Hill.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
It's funny how a lot of these MTV VJs are now like news people, like Kennedy, who has her own show on Fox.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Also, and we could show the picture.
I
Oh,
think
that's her?
I believe so. It came up under her when I Googled
She's
her right
gorgeous.
now. That's what she used to look like.
You could show picture number 1. This is, does anybody, oh, well, I guess I put it up. It's Ariana Grande's brother. His name is Frankie Grande. Sounds delicious. He got robbed at 43rd and 8th. Okay. He got robbed and he got robbed of his Louis Vuitton bag, his iPhone, his AirPods, and his Gucci wallet. Now, look at this guy. Now, you never want to say somebody's asking for it. But this is 43rd and 8th. In the 80s, this was maybe the worst place on the planet. This is right by the Port Authority.
Yeah.
It's not where you want to show off your Louis Vuitton bag and strut around. You got to be smarter. This is a very bad neighborhood. It's not as bad as it used to be. That's why he's not dead. But, you know, I blame him in this case. You got to be smarter. But a defending Chappelle said on the, please do, Senator Geary. Yeah. Well, I don't care for you Jewish people and your greasy hair and your money-making scheme. I'll do business with you. But I'm doing Chappelle on SNL as Senator Geary from Godfather 2. Port Authority is like a reverse Olympics where every nationality sends their worst representative. Exactly. Nice. I don't know if there were Nigerians involved or anything. Anyway, speaking of the Olympics, picture number 2, this is the new mascot for the Paris Olympics in 2024, and everyone's saying they look like a clitoris. And,
I was gonna say I thought they were blood clots, but yeah.
Oh yeah. It's one of the worst mascot things I've ever seen. They're supposed to represent the French Revolution hats that they used to wear, but they don't. Listen, Jenny, I love Dave Chappelle, and I have been friends for a very, very long time. And I was with Sarah Silverman on Sunday, and I didn't even know what happened in the monologue. And she goes, "Oh my God, I got so many texts," because, you know, she's the one, right? And then she was telling me what happened. And meanwhile, I haven't seen it yet, so I have to judge for myself. It can't be good in this climate, you know, with Kyrie Irving and everything. But I had another friend who's Jewish, and he goes, "Oh, he said it just right. He did the right thing," you know. So I don't know. I got to see it for myself and figure it out. But, you know, and then I said to him, you know, Jeff has been opening for Dave, and I said, "Do you think he'll stop opening for Dave?" She goes, "I think he helped him write the monologue." So, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of where the Birdland. Yeah, right. Hey, the French. What's the matter with them? Yeah, it's at the Birdland Club is there, but it's kind of off a little bit, so it's not in that phase. I've shown pictures on my podcast where I come into town in that area, and it is scary. Especially even if you're in your car, it's terrifying. Jenny, I hope your clitoris doesn't look like that too. I'm not gonna lie to you. And speaking of clitorises, show picture number 3. I loved this. Don't get mad, Anonymous. This is Justin Verlander after the Astros won the World Series. I remember watching this, and of course he's got his kid there, and that's delightful. But it's so funny. Kate Upton comes up, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, what is this?" And then I'm like, well, that makes sense. Why wouldn't you have her come up? Why wouldn't they let her speak? I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous. They're married. But look at her kid. She's like, "Oh, my mom's upstaging me again. God fucking damn it." But she's so pretty. You let it go. Because, I mean, she really is something else. Also, she's really good in this movie called the Clitoris, called The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz and Leslie, who's the one married to Judd Apatow? Leslie Mann? No. Yeah.
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 You know what? The Yankees probably no Jews on the team. Well, I don't think there's been Jews in sports since Sandy Koufax. Actually, no, the best Jew, Edelman, Julian Edelman. What a great guy. Been asking him to come on the show for years, but he tapes his football show on Tuesdays. What do you want me to do? To go Mo Green telling Chappelle he's through. And you're through, right? The guy, they're through, right? You don't have the muscle. Chappelle doesn't even have the muscle anymore. You think you can walk in to to the Comedy Cellar Nightly show and throw me out? No. I buy you out. You lose money. You think I'm skipping from the top, Mike? Club loses money. You're unlucky. Why you goddamn guineas come in here? I take your brother Freddie in. That's why you slapped him around. I got to run a business. He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. What's the matter with you? Is that okay? I mean, David never comes on. I gotta appease, and it's my pleasure to do. God, I wish we could do those shows again. So much fun. Anyway, this last thing. Speaking of Kate Upton, the picture number 4. This is Donna D'Errico. You remember her from Baywatch? She was dreamy. This is her now in the next photo, Mike. She's my age. She looks unbelievable. And I don't know whether she's had work done, but it doesn't look like she does. She looks terrific. Am I right or not?
Yeah, I can't tell she's your age.
She's 54. I mean, damn. I'm impressed. And good for her. Because, Pamela Anderson doesn't even look like good anymore, I mean, and Pamela Anderson was the one. But boy, she's sweet. I know you got to go soon, so let's move. If we end over, Mike can open for Bobby Kelly tonight at the Comedy Cellar, so that's a big deal. I'll go to the slides, okay, Mike, and then we'll make picks real quick.
Yay!
And then next week, we'll do a longer version, or maybe not, because no, Mike will be home. It'll be cool.
Yeah, let's do an extra.
Good one, Aunt Judy. You're absolutely right. I'm not sure.
Real quick, next week, can we talk about Thanksgiving sides?
Oh, yes.
I think that'd be
because I think last year I showed what my brother-in-law did. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
I think I showed what my brother-in-law did. He made 6 different stuffings. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. He made the pizza stuffing, the macaroni and cheese stuffing, the buffalo shrimp stuffing, and my favorite, the stuffing. Just plain stuffing. Okay, so getting to the picks today. This is Katie Britt, very pretty, won in Alabama Senate. I don't know whether her views, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they can't be good because everything is about God, and we don't particularly care for church and state together. And here's my favorite picture is I was looking at her, and that's her husband. Now, either she's tiny or he is an absolute giant. I mean, that's the state senator on the right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he's over 7 feet, Mike.
Jesus.
And this was Fetterman supporters in Pennsylvania that ended up winning, and it's all kind of, you can see it's hot girls for this. What? I don't understand. What am I missing here? Because you'd think hot girls would go, maybe he looks a little weird, but he's nicely dressed, and he's
the guy who
okay,
hates women's rights.
The what?
I don't know, the guy who wants to make their decisions for their body.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, should this guy be making decisions too? I don't know.
I think he doesn't want to be. I think that's why.
But meanwhile, you see this guy, and you're like, yeah, maybe this is the guy, and then you see this, and you're like, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
Was that Maria Melito? Maria
Menounos.
Boy, she's still pretty, huh? What do you guys celebrate on Thanksgiving? Oh, Catalina, we'll do a whole story next week. We'll explain it to you. We'll give you the Linus Van Pelt version of the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which I watched the other day. I love it. Peppermint Patty's such an asshole. Just invites herself over, and then she gets angry. Where's the turkey? Where's the stuffing? Where's the pumpkin pie? She gets so mad at Charlie Brown. He was trying to do the nice thing, and And then Charlie Brown's an asshole too, and they get mad at Snoopy. Snoopy, where's the fucking food? It's really annoying. We'll talk more about that next week. And this is in Arizona, Angela. I mean, this is how you guys count ballots. I guess that's why there was such a holdup. This is right in Phoenix. This is not. This is so old fashioned. I don't know what's happening. And that's Ron DeSantis with his kid, which of course immediately reminded me of my favorite movie, The Dead Zone, where Martin Sheen is holding up this woman's baby so he doesn't get shot. That's what, as soon as I saw this, it reminded me of. I don't think he would ever do that. I know he's weird. He's not Trump, so maybe we'll be okay. But
it's still a funny.
First thing I thought of when I saw that, because that was this is a Stephen King movie. If you ever see it, it's a lot of fun. Christopher Walken, Martin Sheen, this horrible actress, Brooke Adams, but it's a good one, really good, and it's Christopher Walken at his crazy best. And this is in Chicago. What? You're voting in a laundromat? Is that a thing?
Yeah, whenever you have space.
I guess whenever
it might be a defunct laundromat too. So.
And this is Mike. No, I'm just kidding. Do you know who this is, Mike? Does anybody know who this is?
I'm not reading the name of the thing, so no.
You're not supposed to. That's a secret. Okay. This is Luke Combs. He just won the Country Music Awards Entertainer of the Year. I mean, look at this guy. Look, yeah, well done, Anonymous. How does a girl from Manhattan know? Yeah, Luke Combs. This is Cody Johnson. He just won Single of the Year. I mean, at least he's a little bit more groomed.
Yeah, he's my Single of the Year. Come on, guys.
Hey. This is Jordan Davis. He has a song that won Song of the Year called Buy Dirt. B-U-Y. Dirt. All right. And this, a lot of people do know, Chris Stapleton won Male Vocalist of the Year. This is country music at its best. And I don't care for country music. And look at these guys. And the weird part is the complete double standard here. These are what the girls were wearing at the Country Music Awards. These are how hot the girls are compared to the guys. And this is why I will be moving to Nashville immediately. Because clearly all I need to do is put out a song, and then maybe I can go out with one of these girls. I mean, look how pretty they are. And they're up against, this guy. What are we going to say, Mike?
I thought it's Kelly Clarkson, right?
Yeah, that's Kelly Clarkson. She's terrific. But this is Kelsey Ballerini and Carly Pierce, who's ridiculously hot. I just love what they wear at the country music stores. I can't watch them sing. And this little cutie pie won Lainey Wilson, who won Best Female Vocalist. But you see, she's dressed, she's pretty. I just don't understand why there's a different version for the girls than the guys don't have to dress up and just wear a t-shirt and pants, and the girls dress. I mean, I guess that's always the way it is, but I don't know. Harry Styles dresses up in a nice suit sometimes, or a dress. Hey, yeah, right, Angela. And there's and look how classy this one. This is Dolly Parton. You see, now that's class. This is during the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Awards that we got her in, of course, as you know. So that was the band. And this is just a coyote in California, and they look so cute, but don't approach them.
No.
I've seen a couple and I ran away, and it's terrifying, but look how cute they look. Why wouldn't you approach them? He's just, all he's looking for is a roadrunner. And this is the fireworks at the cricket ground in England. But as you can see, there's all these houses there, and you know how much this would bother me, as beautiful as it is. Like, what the hell is going on out there? Because here's a picture of all these idiots on the Queensboro Bridge last week for the marathon, which of course is right. I'm looking at it from my window of my house. I'm like, go away. And before I had to work on Sundays, I mean, they would just always wake me up. They people are yelling and screaming and the bell, and I'm like, shut up. Oh, it's so annoying. And then I was thinking, like, there's, then there's these street performers. These are at a rugby club. The street performers, like, why don't we get these guys? I mean, at least this I can make a case. Well, that's interesting. But all we usually get is the country music guys that brother lost a cat to coyote recently. Oh, Liza. Liza, right. Liza, and then there's our other friend named also Liza. No, who from Canada?
I think we have an Eliza and Eliza, correct?
Yeah, something like that, right? I'm sorry, I wore that to work today. This is one of those idiots that's celebrating that he ran around in a circle. God, this is so easy. I'm telling you, I could beat any of these guys. This is the cup. This is in Arizona, Angela. It's the same person? Oh, I'm sorry.
Same person.
Would you change your maybe this is her on YouTube. Maybe she was at a Facebook or so. When you're on YouTube, Mike, and you're in the chat, is it all YouTube or can you be on Facebook as well? It's all YouTube people, right?
These are all YouTube
accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's celebrating, going around in a circle a couple of times. And I was thinking, Stu, but his look there just reminded me of this. Elizabeth, right? Everyone calls her Liza. Yeah, Elizabeth, right? And this was me biking to work last week on my penny farthing bike, and can't you see me doing this? But the reason I got this one is because there's a little dog.
It's got an extension.
Yeah, well, it's like a sidecar.
That's
which I can't believe. I don't have a motorcycle. I don't have somebody's not driving me around in a sidecar. I got any TV show I ever make, I'm going to have a motorcycle with a sidecar that I just carry Bichetti around in. And this is I guess where Dobby died in the movie. They have a thing in Wales. I guess it was filmed there. It's a memorial for Dobby, and people keep leaving socks because people are insane. Because it's not. He's from Harry Potter. He's a fictional character, and like, please stop leaving socks because it's ruining the sea people that come up and eat from there. So it's just stupid.
The sea people.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm trying to move on, and I'm trying to read the comments, and I don't want to run out of time. A week late says, I hate that NASCAR drivers are called athletes. Excellent point, right? I mean, it's so crazy. And this was Eros, the Greek god of love, that in Poland somebody sculptured it. It's supposed to symbolize the decay of civilization. I kind of like it, even though I hate Poland. And there are people that you can go inside, so it's like an exhibit. But here's a kid inside. I feel like she shouldn't be inside the god of love. It's a little awkward, but that's okay. And of course, but the decay of civilization, and that is reminiscent of this, of course, famous scene from Planet of the Apes. And then today, I saw somebody who photoshopped in this one, which is interesting. I guess I just thought it was funny. And this is a picture of Venice that's being flooded, but it's like, that's the best place to get flooded, because if you don't think it's going to end badly for people in Venice, then you're the moron. This place has been almost underwater for like thousands of years. So sooner or later, that's why they didn't even bother taking the chairs in. Like, this happens to us all the time. I know I showed a picture a couple weeks ago like that. I'm like, what are they expecting is going to happen there? Sooner or later. Yeah, we like, damn you, you dirty ape. They finally did it. They finally did it. Damn you to hell. And that is the lunar eclipse against the nation's capital. You know, I love pictures like that. And
that's awesome.
Is the lunar eclipse from that edge. Remember where I did those modeling photos with Sophia? And that was taken from Hoboken, New Jersey. How great is that?
Oh, wow.
The edge in New York, where that they should just make that their thing, where I'm like, wow, this really is the edge. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, we're rushing through today. It's not that big a deal, but why don't we go? I'm going to share my screen again. Let's go to the picks, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's show us what we did last week real quick. Got like 10 minutes.
Here we go. No, I did terribly.
Let me just, what?
Oh, I did terribly.
Oh, yes. Well, I did worse. And Nick is just killing it. I mean, killing it. And so that Falcons game was stupid. The Seahawks game, that could have gone either way. The Bills game, I changed my pick to the Vikings on Sunday. I had a feel. Somebody told me Josh Allen was going to be out, but he wasn't. The Lions seemed like a no-brainer, but they were out of it for a long time. Can't believe they won that game. Kansas City had no problem. Browns is stupid. Texans are dumb. Pittsburgh seemed like a no-brainer. Tennessee was a no-brainer. The Raiders, the fucking Colts guy, first time he coaches, he beats the Raiders. Let's remember that for this week. That Cowboy game, I would have won so much money if they just won the game. I had them on the money line. I can't believe they lost. Let's remember that. The Cardinals in LA, none of the quarterbacks were playing.
Yeah.
And that San Francisco game, they just didn't cover. And Washington was the bet of the week. That was a no-brainer, plus 11. Seemed like good, but I'm still winning. Or no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Nick and our guests are winning. What does Dave say? Do the Heston at the end of Ace complaining to Panda Express. They got his order wrong. You damn dirty ape. I ordered the egg roll not soggy. Why you? Okay, let's go on to this. I know I got. I'll get that Panda Express. I'll think it's well. How about this? I'm sharing my screen, Mike. With a oh wait, I can't see anybody. Hold on. Wait, why do I keep messing this up? When I do it like this, I can't see anybody. I can't see the comments or anything. Can you see it?
I can see the chat.
Why doesn't it come up? Or maybe I need to. Oh, maybe I need to not do it like this.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. How about this one? Doctor, would an ape make a doll that talks? Thank you. I'll keep doing it. All right, let's do real quick. Green Bay somehow wins. The Titans are pretty good. Is it a fluke? Is it not? I'm gonna take Tennessee. Mike.
Tennessee.
I'll try and do more as I go on, Dave. We need the picks. You'll let me know what's happening. And Judy picks Green Bay, but let me know what else. Right now, Falcons, Chicago. Wow. Falcons haven't been bringing it like they should. I'm going to take Chicago. They keep losing, but they play really well, and they score a lot of points. Mike, what do you think?
I think Chicago, and they're going Green Bay.
Going Green Bay. Baltimore minus 12. Absolutely not. I wonder if I have that wrong. I don't think I do. I'm all in on the Panthers on that, even though I think they're switching quarterback. Whatever. The Baltimore hasn't been killing anybody, so no way. Mike?
Panthers, yeah.
Just keep me
Bears for the last one.
Oh, all right. We'll just keep going. Oh boy, Bills, Browns. Bills have lost 2 in a row. No, I got to take the Browns. They tend to keep it close, I guess. I don't. Don't you think the Bills have to? They're gonna. That's a tough one. I'll take the Browns, but I got burned on them last week. You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna take the Bills. Mike?
I'm gonna still go with the Bills. They're going. It looks like Bills and Baltimore.
Got it. Yeah, because you guys are doing pretty crappy. Or last week you did. This is well, Washington's good. They're not that good, and Texas really stinks. But can Washington be favored over anybody? Oh, I know they played well last. I'm taking the points. I hate that game. Mike?
I'm gonna go Commanders. I have no idea this one. Or the other ones, for that matter, as my record shows.
So you're going to take Washington?
Yeah.
And what are they saying? Texas, Washington?
Looks like Texas overall.
Wait, I saw what David Feldman said. It was right at the 5 families. You all know me here. I've never been a problem. But if Dr. Zayas should get hit with a bolt of lightning, I will blame some of the people in this room. Doctor, I'd like to kiss you goodbye. All right, but you're so damn ugly. We're really hitting it today. The Eagles against the Colts. Well, is the Colts thing a fluke or whatever? Oh my God, that's a really tough one. Mike, you go first.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Right? A week late says Philly. Uh, uh, I'm taking Philly. Shit. Eagles. I see Eagle. Right for Catalina.
Yeah.
Her tattoo. Taking the Jets. I have no problem with that. Mike.
Yeah, Jets.
Yay! Should I just put you guys down for Jets? You tell me later. Saints and L. Oh God. No, the Saints can suck it. I'm taking LA.
Yeah, same thing. LA.
If you get points, forget it. Anonymous Jets, but what did Aunt Judy says? Not that I'm not listening to her about the Jets.
Yeah. Everyone else is Jets, though.
What?
Everyone else is Jets.
Good. And I saw Marcy said Saints. Shut up, Catalina. Jets are fine.
No, she's asking. She didn't know.
Oh no, they're good. Just I'll explain. You and I need to talk on the phone. I'll tell you about Thanksgiving and the Jets. Okay, we see Saints. I think Saints all around. Yes.
Yeah, I was going Saints.
Giants and the Lions. Yeah, no. Giants.
The Thanksgiving game? Giants, yeah.
No, the Giants.
Oh, that's next week. Yeah, sorry.
Next week,
but
Giants
Giants
Cowboys. Yeah. So you're going to take the Giants too?
Yeah.
And I see Lions. Aunt Judy says Lions. Marcy says Giants. We need one more person to break the tie. Anonymous says New York. We'll go with the Giants. Oh my God. What a shitbag game. They both suck. The Broncos and the Raiders. The Raiders are a mess.
I go with the Broncos.
I got to take the Broncos, right? The Raiders stink. You're taking the Broncos too?
Yeah.
Marcy's taking Denver. I'll wait for one more person. I don't mean that in disrespect, Marcy. Just trying to be polite. Yes, that's right. It's the Jets are like the Mets. They always disappoint. Yeah. That's true. Kansas City. What?
They're going Broncos over.
Oh, okay. The Chargers in Kansas City. I'm gonna take the Kansas City. The Chargers are not playing well. I know they played okay, but they're not there. I'll take the Kansas City by a touchdown. Mike?
Kansas City.
And I see Kansas, KC. I see three KCs. Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, it's a tough one. Minnesota's okay. Dallas really got fucked yesterday. I feel like they learned a lesson. I'm going to take Dallas.
Same here.
Yeah. We'll get to your guys. Pittsburgh. Oh, Bengals. Oh, Bengals all over Pittsburgh, Marcy. Definitely. Pittsburgh won last week, and they should have. Bengals should beat the shit out of the Steelers, I think. I know it's a rivalry game, but whatever. What do I see? Cowboys for the other one?
Yeah, Cowboys and then Cincinnati for Marcy.
And then Cincinnati for Marcy. What about you, Mike?
I'm going to go Cincinnati as well.
And then finally, the Monday night game. Who's playing? I don't know, but I'm taking the points. I think San Francisco will win, but I'm taking they don't win good. Take the points, Mike.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco, even though they've never come through for me.
Yeah, Luca Brasi, gender reveal for which is a baby.
Looks like they're doing cards overall.
Okay, so that's our picks for this week. Obviously, I'll get Nick to pick, and then we'll be completed.
All right,
where they play for pay. So wait, let me see if we got 5 minutes. I know you want to go super early, but so Luca Brasi at Don Corleone's gender reveal party for Connie when she was a baby. Don Corleone, may your first child be a masculine. Oh, I'll drown her. I don't know. That's horrible. I'm sorry. That's it. Because in the book, he throws a baby into the fire, Luca Brasi. That's. Oh, you think they didn't depict that in the book because it's not good. But I tell you what was depicted in the book is the size of Sonny Corleone's mistress's vagina. I am not kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'm not even making that up. It's so weird. And that Sonny's huge penis was the only thing that could satisfy her very strange vagina. And I believe in the book, as I read just a little bit of it, there's a whole section where she goes for surgery for her vagina. Like,
Something like that. She gets remarried or something in the book.
what happens?
Like she finds another guy later in the book. It's a whole
Why is
unneeded
that in the
subplot.
book?
I don't know. Puzo's kind of a moron. so-
Somebody told me that, yeah, that book is all, maybe it was you, that the book is just the fact that they made one of the greatest movies of all time. She goes to Vegas.
Mhm.
Mike, what can I do? Well, the Godfather knows how grateful you are, Johnny, and we'd like you to sign a contract that says that you'll appear here 5 times a year, perhaps about to convince some of your movie friends to come here as well. Mike, you know I
Yes.
do anything for my Godfather. Well, you know we can kind of. He makes the right decisions all around. That guy, he gets it. It's funny when they just keep yelling at people. It's like I was thinking about Casino today, where Robert De Niro's talking to that guy, and he's like, "I'd appreciate if you could hire my brother-in-law again." No, he's weak and he's stupid, and if I could prove it, he was probably in on it. He'd be in prison. He goes, "Well, you are right about that. Old Don is worse than useless and tits on a bull." But I would consider it a personal favor if you could reconsider. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And that ruins the entire organization. If you had just said, yeah, maybe that's a good idea, everything would have been solved. Am I right?
You're right.
Well, this is a short show, but Mike has to perform. Mike, where are you going to be this weekend?
This weekend, I'll be in Providence at the Comedy Connection with Bobby Kelly. Next weekend, Wednesday, I will be at Upstage Comedy Club in San Antonio, Texas, headlining. And then I will be the next weekend after that, the first weekend of December, with Dan Soder at the Houston Improv.
Oh, that's terrific. How did your Levity Live go with Rich Voss?
Oh, it was great. It was a fun time. It was just me and him. We did
That's
a
not
half
what
hour
I
up front.
heard, but congratulations. And no,
Boo.
nobody. No, congratulations, Mike. That's terrific. And so Mike is there. You can see. Don't forget to listen to Just Gal in the City this week on Billy Joel A to Z. We are doing The Stranger, and we're having a whistling contest. Anybody that can whistle better than. Send it along. We're having the contest. Elon does better than me, I think, but that's the Stranger this week on Billy Joel A to Z. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll get a guest. Maybe we'll get Molly, somebody like that. We'll talk about Thanksgiving. We'll have a good time. Everything will be great. Dave Feldman, thank you so much for coming on today. So nice to see you, even if it's virtual. Actually, Dave Feldman should come on. Well, there it is. I didn't even know you were around. Marcy, Angela, Anonymous, Aunt Judy, Cammie, Catalina, Liz, thank you. Scruffy Bones, week late. It's the Ed. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on the show today. And next week, it'll be exciting. It'll be the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which is always the best time of the year. The Wednesday after that is always the most partyist time of the year. And that's what we'll do. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to email Mike at the Comedy Cellar address if you have pictures of anything you want to show us, pictures of pets, pictures of food next week would be terrific. We'd love to do a whole thing on food. That would be great. And again, Sanchez, Jenny, glad you're back. Really glad. And I'll see you all next week. Good luck tonight, Mike.
Thank you.